Lesson 3. We're going to continue on with lesson 3 today, which is how to identify our audience. So let me get my documents up here.
Teacher,
Hello.
what are we learning today?
So the topic of today's lesson is going to be how to identify our audience for persuasive writing. And let me just get a whiteboard up. So first of all, we are to be able to identify our audience, we need to be able to, first of all, know what our audience is. So identifying our audience. So first of all, our audience, when we talk about persuasive writing, is whoever will read our writing. So yeah, whenever we talk about our audience, we're talking about who's actually going to be reading our writing. And it's important, I'm going to write this down too. And the reason that it's important is because different groups of people respond to writing quite differently. So to be able to get the best results, we want to write to a specific group of people. Different. Use a different word. Forgot how to spell that one for a second. Okay, so as we were just talking about, different audiences react to persuasive writing in different ways. So it's important to write to each audience in a way that they can relate to. And so that's what we're going to be covering today. What can make up our audience and how understanding our audience can help us to write persuasively better. So, first of all, let's talk about the things that can affect or change our audience. So the first thing is their age group. Are they children, teenagers, young adults? Are they adults? Or are they elderly? So yeah, each of these age groups is going to, they're going to enjoy different things. They're going to read differently. They'll have different slang words that they use. So whenever we write a piece of persuasive writing, it's important to make sure that we consider the age group of the people that are going to be reading this. And we write to them in a language that they can understand. Next, your audience's job can affect what they're interested in, because maybe they have to work at certain times of certain days. So that means that they might not be able to attend certain things. They might have to be members of certain groups to be a part of their job. So all of these different factors about what job they work can affect them being your audience. Next is their interests or their hobbies. So I'm a professional wrestling fan. I love it. So I'm subscribed to a lot of, how do you say it? I'm subscribed to a lot of wrestlers' profiles on like Facebook and Instagram, because I like to see what they're up to. So that being my interest, that affects the sort of content that I watch. But if you like board games, for example, you might be subscribed to a newsletter that gives you all the latest news about all the new board games coming out. Or if you like, if you play soccer, your local soccer club might release a club newsletter every once in a while about all the things that are going on at the club. So your interests can determine your audience. And finally, people's beliefs. There we go. So it can be people's religious beliefs, people's political beliefs, just the things they believe about life. Any of these things can affect your audience, because if you say something people don't like, they're not going to read what you're writing. So does that make sense to everybody? Hello? Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, sorry, I'm just going to join the Zoom call on my phone so I can see you guys on camera when I'm doing the whiteboard. Okay. So the next thing I'd like to do is I would like to, I'm going to give you guys a few different audiences that we can speak to. And I want you guys to think how you might write to them. So our first our first audience will be, How would we write a letter to our principal? How would we write to our principal? So what's the first thing that we would do? Maybe we'd want to consider the language that we use. We would want to be very polite and respectful. So we wouldn't want to use any slang words or any of the words that we use with our friends, for example. So no slang words. We want to be quite formal in our language. So who else can think of an idea about how we might communicate with our principal if we were to write them a letter? So if you've got any ideas, put your hand up or send it through in the chat. I'd love to hear from you guys. How do you think we would write a letter to the principal of our school? Jack.
I think when I talk to my principal, I will tell the truth.
Very good. So, I mean, I would like to think that in 99% of cases that we would be being honest, but very good with our principal. We would definitely want to tell the truth. Who else has an idea about how we might write to our school principal? I think maybe we would want to be very direct. Very direct or straight to the point. So because our principal is not our friend, we wouldn't want to put in any stories in the letter or anything like that. We would just want to get straight to the topic of what we're talking about with them in the letter. So straight to the point. Now, if we change the audience, so we see here with the principal, we're really starting to get quite a big picture or quite a strong picture about how we would talk to our principal. So we'd be polite and respectful. We wouldn't use any slang words. We would use very formal language. We would tell the truth, and we would want to be direct and straight to the point. But if we were writing to, so audience is, okay. Children that play video games. If children that play video games is our audience, how do you think we would talk to them? How do you think we would talk to children that like video games if we were writing not necessarily a letter, but maybe an advertisement for a new video game or a blog post on a website that they like to visit and that they like to read? How would we write to them? I would think maybe there would be quite a bit of slang in this. So lots of slang words. Jack, what are your thoughts?
I think sometimes we write with words that help describe the time that we are happy.
Good. So we would want to use lots of happy language. Good. Lots of happy language. We probably wouldn't be as polite and as formal with children that play video games as we would be with our school principal. So we would be more informal. We would want to get the children excited about the video game. So we would use exciting language. Stefan, what's your idea?
My idea is put in there a lot of advice so the children that like to play video game can get better. So they would like to visit the blog.
Very good. So we would maybe give the kids tips and tricks to help them play better. Very good. Very good. What else might we do? Maybe we might also have a competition or a giveaway of some sort, a chance to win a prize. Very good, guys. Terrific. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a couple of video game trailers or movie trailers. I'm going to send you a link in the chat box to watch these videos on YouTube. And then I want us to have a discussion about the audience that we think these video games or these movie trailers might be for. So I will okay. So I want everybody to click on this link, go to YouTube. It's only a 2-minute trailer. So let's all watch this trailer together, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about the type of audience for this specific movie. So let me know if you're able to click on the link and watch this trailer. So I'll see you guys in 2 minutes. Okay, so that should have been enough time to watch that trailer. So, first of all, I'll write down the name of the movie.
The Super Mario Bros.
It's a Super Mario Brothers movie. Okay, so who can tell me what was the audience for that movie? Who is that movie? Mary.
I think the audience are children and teenagers.
Sorry, Mary, I can't hear you. I'm just going to disconnect and reconnect my audio.
Can you hear me?
Could you say that again, please, Mary?
I think that the audience of that movies are teenagers and children.
Very good. So, children and teenagers. Very good. And why do you think that, Mary? What about the trailer made you think that that movie was for children and teenagers?
Because the movies is like colorful and it's animation, and the animation is usually for children.
Very good. So it was very colorful and bright. It was animation. Very good, Mary. Thank you. Now, who else has some ideas about that movie trailer? Jim?
I also think it's for children, but not teenagers. It's not for teenagers because teenagers can be too old. They can be like 14 to 20.
Very good. So you think it might just be for children? Okay. And what about the trailer made you think that? What did you notice about that trailer?
I noticed that they are funny and colorful.
Very good. So there were lots of funny jokes and silly bits. Good. So they were using lots of jokes and silly things to make it more interesting to children. Well done. That's very good, guys. That is pretty much that is pretty much the be all and end all of that trailer. It was very bright, very colorful. It was animated. There were funny jokes, silly bits. So that is definitely a children's movie, and possibly still towards teenagers as well. I mean, I was watching that trailer and I actually thought, wow, I might like to watch that because I used to play Super Mario when I was a kid. So very good, guys. I'm going to send you one more trailer to watch. And this one will be aimed at a different audience.
Sir, I don't see the audio.
Okay, so I've just sent you guys the link for the second trailer to watch. It's another 2-minute clip, so I'll see you guys in 2 minutes after we've watched this movie trailer.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Teacher.
Okay, so I'll give you guys about another 30 seconds just to make sure you've all finished the movie, finished the trailer.
Teacher. Teacher.
Okay, so
Teacher.
yes.
I can watch it. It says the video is not available.
Ah, that, maybe try searching for it on YouTube yourself. Then you might be able to find a version that is available in your region. So just type in, Guardians of the Galaxy trailer, volume 3, into YouTube, and you should be able to find a version to watch, and then come and join us in the conversation. So, what do we think, guys? What is the intended audience for this movie? Jim?
I think they are for teenagers and adults because there are lots of fighting and fire, guns, weapons.
So teenagers, adults. Good. Jack, who else can you think? Who else do you think this movie might be for?
I think this movie might be for young adults.
So teenagers, adults, young adults. Good. How about Mary? What's your idea?
I think that's this movie for young adults, but not like for all adults because like some people in the middle age maybe don't keen on this movie.
Fair enough. So teenagers, adults, and young adults, but not older adults. Okay, very good. What sort of what sort of interests would people have to be interested in a movie like this? I think they'd have to like superhero movies. So they'd be fans of superheroes. They'd have to be fans of action movies. Who else can think of a different type of audience for this movie? So we've got superhero fans, action movie fans, teenagers, adults, young adults, maybe sci-fi fans, science fiction fans might like it. So we see here that we're starting to get a pretty accurate picture of who might like this movie. So we've got a few different age categories and we've got a few different interests as well. So superhero fans, action movie fans, science fiction fans. So if we can find any of the people with these interests in these age categories, those people are our audience. And yeah, so we're probably talking about millions and millions of people all over the world that would like this movie and that would go and see this movie. So we had someone mention before some of the things in the trailer, like there was lots of fighting, explosions, there were weapons. What other sorts of things that were in the trailer do you think were put there to persuade people to go and see the movie? Mary?
It has the romantic.
Good. There was some romance. Very good. Jack?
And exciting.
Very good. It was very exciting, wasn't it? So on the topic of it being exciting, the music was very loud and dramatic, so that added some emotion to the trailer as well. That got you excited to see what was going on. So there was loud music, loud dramatic music. There were lots of special effects. Good. So we see that like all of these different things that we just watch these trailers and we think, oh yeah, this is cool. I want to go see that movie. These are all of the different things right here that they have put into this trailer to persuade you, if you're part of this audience. So they've put all of that in there to persuade these people to go and see that movie. They're getting them excited, making them want to go and see the movie. So that comes back to our initial definition of persuasion, which was trying to convince people to believe an idea or to take action in a way that we want them to by pointing out the good reasons. So here are all the good reasons listed why these people at the top should go and see this movie. So this is this is probably one of the best examples of persuasion at work. And it just looks like a movie trailer. We don't really think about these things, but yeah, if you start looking at all of these like movie advertisements, opinion articles, stuff like that you read, then yeah, you'll start to see very quickly all of these persuasive techniques at use. Okay, so next up, I want to change the medium a little bit, and I want to show you a piece of a piece of persuasive writing. Okay, I'm just going to find an article, a good article for us to go through together. Okay. So I want you guys to go to this link here. So this is the Time News. This is the Time Magazine for Kids website. And I've just found an article on there. So I'd like everyone to click on the link and go and visit this article, please. So, first of all, the audience is obviously children for this one. So the audience is kids, because it says so right on the title there, Time for Kids. So let's have a read through this, and as soon as you notice a technique or anything about this article that is for children, let me know. So as I find them, I'll put them on the board. As you find them, you put your hand up or send me a chat box message and I'll add it to the board. What about this article has made it for children? So I found the first one. We've got, it is formal language, but it's simple language. Mary, what's something that you found in the article?
It has a lot of pictures so the children can imagine what the news means.
Very good. Use of lots of pictures. Very good. Thank you, Mary. I'd love to hear from some other people as well. So if you guys find anything, don't be shy. I want you to put your hand up and give me an answer, please. Jack.
I think this has a lot of learning about science, the world around, so science fans will like this.
Very good. So it's educational. So it teaches us things. Very good. Mary?
I say that it highlights like the difficult work. So the children can click on it and can see the definition of the word.
Very good. So it has teaches us difficult vocabulary. Very good, thank you. So another way, another technique that I'm noticing is that the article, let me write this down, it treats its readers with respect. While it makes a tough issue accessible. So this article is about a very serious issue to some people. If you're an environmentalist and you care about animal rights, something like this might be interesting to you, but it is quite an adult topic, but it approaches that adult topic in a very child-friendly way. So it makes this article, it makes this topic accessible to children, but it still treats the children with respect. And it treats them like the smart people that they are. It doesn't dumb it down for the kids. It tells them the truth, but it's also accessible to kids. Jim, what's your idea? What's something that you've noticed?
I've noticed that they have lots of interesting and important detail.
Good, very good. Lots of important details. Very good. Okay. So really well done, guys. We came up with a lot of very good points, very good things about this article. So we see now, excuse me. So we see now the importance of writing to your audience, because in those that first movie trailer for the Mario Brothers movie, that one was aimed at kids, but it was very, very different to this article that we read, which was also aimed at kids. Bon, do you have something you'd like to say? Question you'd like to ask? Oh, I just thought you had your hand up. So, but yeah, we see with these with this article and the Mario Brothers trailer, both were aimed at kids, but two very different situations. So we see how it's not just age that can determine your audience, it's also interests, among other things. So I'm going to set you guys some homework. What I would like you to do is I would like you, and I'll put this in your Zalo group. I would like you to, I've forgotten what homework I was going to give you. All right, I'm going to put this in the Zalo group now. Okay, so your homework will be, think of 5 different audiences. Actually, no, not 5. Think of 3 different audiences. I want you to find two examples of persuasive writing. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so yeah, think of 3 different audiences. So make it a combination of things. So try and find an audience like teenagers that may work in fast food, and then think of something that they may like. And then, yeah, try, once you've thought of these audiences, I want you to find 2 examples of persuasive writing aimed at those audiences. And I want you to write down a short explanation of why your chosen text is aimed at them. Okay, so I put your homework in the Zalo group. Along with a message of encouragement. So you guys did really great today. We got lots of good suggestions. We got lots of, we went through a few examples to look at different audiences. So, excuse me. Well done, everybody. Your homework will be due on Friday, and we'll take a quick look at it. So your homework will be due by Friday. So when you get it completed, just try to put all of your examples together. So I want to be able to see your example. So if it's a video clip, I want you to put the link to it in the Word document that you write up. Or if you're writing it on paper, just write down the link so I can go and have a look at it. And we'll have a look at some of your homework on Friday. So well done, guys. Cite your sources so I can have a look at them, and consider the audiences. So well done, everybody. I'll see you all on Friday.
Bye. Goodbye, teacher.
Thank you, teacher. Goodbye,
Goodbye,
teacher.
teacher. See you again.
Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you again.
Bye.
Bye-bye.